The passing of your father happened when you was young.
Yeah.
Do you feel like subconsciously you came in this space to kind of speak to that inner child in you? Because I'm not sure if you went through any therapy.
Right.
Being able to see that happen, that tragedy in front of you, that's huge.
Right.
How did you cope with that as a child? And was music an outlet then to help you heal with that situation, seeing your father?
That is a really dope question. I love that question because it actually, you spot on. I didn't create the program or the curriculum to do that, but that is what happens. Like these kids, when I bond with them, it's healing for me too. Like we be really in there bonding. Sometimes we don't even make music, we just talk. And just, we really kick it, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was 16, yeah, my dad got murdered across the street from where I was living at by my fucking neighbor. And I didn't know how to process that. To this day, I don't think I processed it, to keep it 100. So the music was my therapy. I didn't go to a therapist and all that. I tried going to therapy this year for the first time. And between me and you, that shit didn't really work. I'm still.
Where's the most fulfillment? That conversation with that kid or a person at the concert spitting your lyrics?
Damn, that's a good question. I gotta give my nigga props on that. That was heavy duty. Let me get a second to think about that. The most fulfillment, they both fulfilling, probably equally as fulfilling in different ways.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of In the Living Room Podcast, where we learn, laugh, and heal. And it's your favorite bald-headed Dominican from the Bronx. And I got another bald man with me. You heard? He hides it a lot. I know he got it.
My shit ain't here. My shit, man. My
it's
shit,
out there.
You know what I'm saying? My shit smooth, you heard?
Smooth Baldy in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We got Grafh in the building. Clap
hey, yo.
Grafh, talk to me one time. How you feeling, my brother?
I'm feeling fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic, man. Everything is up. Everything is well. Everything is moving. Everything is prosperous. Nigga walking in his purpose. Nigga making money, making good hip-hop, pushing the culture forward. Great time to be alive, my friend. Great time.
Listen, Grafh, as you say that, one thing I will say, real music and real hip-hop is making that surface again. You, of course, being one of those artists. Here's my first question I have for you. You've been in the game for the time you have been. To finally see lyrics to be the thing that's appreciated, I would say again.
Right.
You feel like that was divine timing for like this run that you're on right now?
Absolutely. So my album is called God's Timing. I feel like everything is just aligning with purpose and aligning with what's right and what's correct and what I believe in. I mean, the fact that lyrics on style now is a wonderful thing because when it wasn't, it sucked. Right. All I do is spit bars. Shit. I don't make money in this bitch. I guess it's back to the block, sir, because they don't want to hear that rap shit. But now that they are tuned in and they back treating the culture like it is important, you know, you got to come back to the source.
For sure.
I ain't changed nothing. I've been doing the same shit the whole time. It's like, Grafh, it's like a new resurgence. It's like a new life. What did you change? Nothing, nigga.
Nothing.
I just started paying attention. I've been doing the same shit forever. Spitting bars, putting the culture first, and embodying what I believe is real hip-hop. I've been since the beginning till now. I ain't stopped that shit.
So let me ask you.
I plan on doing it forever. Word.
So let me ask you a question. In the time where bars were not accepted or appreciated as they are right now, and you stuck to your guns, were there people in your circle that encouraged you to keep doing it? Like, yo, bro, it's only time to come back. Or you went against the grain with everyone around you for that discernment and say, this is who I am. I can't change what I'm doing. What made you stick through when it wasn't something that was out?
Most of my guys is on the same type of time I'm on. They always push culture forward. They always believe in putting the culture first. So that wasn't internally amongst the team. That was not a issue. But I'm just true to who I am, bro. I can't do what y'all niggas do. And that's just not, it would look contrived. It would look like a reach. It would look fake. I got to do what I'm doing. But it's not about commercial versus underground. Because I make all kind of music. So I don't want niggas that are confused. Like, oh, I'm just a fucking, I'm a barsmith. We're not going to get it confused. But I make radio records, chick records, club records. I do whatever the music says, man. I'm a true creative at heart. So there's no limit. I don't want to be put in a box. Like all I'm going to do is just one type of hip hop. I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do. Because as a true MC, I also believe that it's my job to challenge myself and body every type of beat that exists. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be limited creatively because they do that too. They put you in a box. So you can only do this. I can do whatever the fuck I want. But I have enough talent to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I just stay true to my core, man. This is what I like to do. Just represent the culture the right way. Word.
So I have a question, right? Because I feel like this only happens in hip hop, right? I'm not an artist. I used to rhyme when I was like 7. I thought I was dead nice, right? I'm a speaker though. My words come from that. The wordplay comes there when I could get in front of a microphone and just speak my experience.
That's real shit.
But here's what I see in hip hop, which I don't understand, and I want to get your come from. So you got a song, you write a verse, and you say, you know what? Method would sound fire on this, right? Or Joyner would sound hard on this, right?
Right.
Why is it in hip hop that we go, if I'm gonna collab with you, I gotta make sure I body Graph though? Cause there's no way that I'm gonna let him out rap me. Opposed to it just be the art collaboratively and let the music be it. Why do we feel like I have to do better than you on this song?
That's a 2-part answer. I mean, one, hip hop is based in competition. It's a competitive sport. So just the nature of hip hop in general, just from the inception of it, from the beginning, it's been creative and battle and competition from the battle. So that's where that energy comes from. But in general, when I make records and I approach a record, I am not making a record to compete with the person on the track. I'm making the best song I can make. You know what I'm saying? Like I really let the music speak and do what the music says first. Like niggas like, oh nah, Graph, I know you compete, you don't come with the best verse, shout out, shine a nigga. Nigga, I'm gonna come with the best verse regardless.
Right.
Like I'm not trying to compete with you. Right. Like whether you own a song or not, this is the verse I'm gonna use anyway.
Correct.
So when you get a song from a Graph or a feature verse, that verse would have been on that song whether he on it or I'm dolo. Like I'm just doing me. I'm not trying to compete. I'm trying to make the best music I can make my way. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be lyrical. It's gonna be some bars in there, but it's also gonna be a good record. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I approach it. But niggas don't believe me when I say that. Like, nah, it's not, you trying to kill. Nah, I'm really not. As a matter of fact, if I do a song with somebody I respect, like a Method Man or a fucking Royce or all these guys that I look up to, if they get the better verse, I'm cheesing. I'm happy, bro. Like, this shit is fire. He smoked it. Like when they give me, I be taking pride in the fact that some people say some of the features I have are some of those artists' best verses. Period. They be like, oh, that's one of his best verses on Graph record. Cause I'm like, that shit feels great. It's a dope song. I wanted the best verse from this nigga. Like, and the opposite, if he gave me a shitty verse, I'd be tight. Right. Like, damn, man, you came kind of weak on that. Right. With me, nigga, what? I'm offended. I'm appalled. So like, it's an honor to get some of the niggas' best verses and some of their best work. I know they're gonna put time and take it seriously to do a record with Graph. But I'm not coming in it, approaching it competitively. I'm trying to make the best music, period. Like, dead ass. Like some of the records I did with Royce, I think he got the better verse. I'm like, and I love it. I ride to them shits the most. I just like good hip hop, bro. I'm of the culture for real, bro.
So let me ask you, as you say that, has there ever been a time where you want to do something collaboratively and it's like, I'm gonna be real with you, that wasn't really it, Graph. Like if you ain't really come as strong as I thought you would. Have you ever had to approach an artist to say, yo, that wasn't it, bro? I need another one.
From the other
artist.
Me,
like I was giving you like it was here. Like he was like, he about to give me that. I ain't never spit a wild verse.
I have to lean in. I'm about to be like, let me get close. No.
Right.
I have to tell the person that.
All right, how about this? Before you answer that, have you ever be honest? Like you felt it and was like, yo, bro, you playing.
That happened twice, and I'm not gonna name the artist because they're gonna be offended. That happened twice, and one of them I told him I don't like the verse, and he was super fucking offended. It's an A-list nigga. I don't even want to talk about it. A-list nigga. I said I was offended. I said I ain't like the verse. It was too much cursing, and the record was a commercial record. I ain't like the verse. I said it. Happened more than once. That one, 2 other times. Another A-list nigga. I don't want to say his name either because niggas will be offended. Like I did it, and some of these interviews I be doing, I say niggas' names certain kind of way they get offended. I'm like, look, I'm just speaking my truth, bro. We ain't gonna do it today.
You want to give? You don't have to give the name. You give the name off camera.
I will. But they gonna feel away. I don't want to do it to myself. 2 of them, and they big stars. I ain't like the verse. I said it to them. They felt away. One of them, I ain't like the verse, and I ain't know how to tell them, so I just didn't use the shit. I was like, this shit is kind of trash. It wasn't even like okay. It was trash. It was 2 lines, and I was like, I can't even listen to this shit and enjoy the record. Then I just said, fuck it. But just those 3. I've had verses that I wasn't super excited about. But it was cool. It's like it still makes the record work. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens. But when I am excited, I'm fucking excited. I'm a fan of the people that's on the record, bro. Like I'm really, I reach out to niggas that I fuck with. I'm not just doing it for clout. I don't give a fuck about clout, numbers. I don't care about none of that shit. Is it dope? I make dope shit for people who care about dope shit. That is all. If it ain't good, I don't care. But yeah, there was times of two people in particular, and I said something, and that shit, one of them was still cool, but one of them it hurt the friendship. I was like, damn. Everybody, you can't keep it real with everybody.
Right, right.
But then it cost me my relationship with the person. But we still cool, but it wasn't as close as we was. Because I ain't like your shit. God damn, nigga.
Let's just be honest, right?
It's kind of trash, my nigga. I ain't gonna owe you.
If you listen to your stuff and you didn't come with your A game, let me know.
Came with your D game, my nigga. D minus.
D minus and served it to you like, yo, bro, put this up.
Thought it was gas.
Thought it was gas. Gave you Reggie.
Like, yo, you heard it first. What I said. Unfortunately, I did hear it. Unfortunately, I did hear what you said, my nigga. And that shit was not what's up. A whole lot of not what's up. 16 bars.
So look, a whole
lot of it. Double 2 scoops and now what's up in 16 bars, my nigga.
Let me ask you a question that I think, coming in the game, creating your buzz, being from Queens, a lot of iconic rappers, Nas, LL Cool J, J. Cole. I'm gonna stand J. Cole because he was here for long enough. Personally.
Oh yeah, he was in Queens a long time.
He was in Queens long enough to come up in the game and finally feel like I got this deal. But then Dame and Jay split. You got a fire chain on today. Never got a Roc-A-Fella chain.
I didn't, man.
Right. So we're over it now. But if we could go back to when that happened, in that moment, making that, you was in a fork in the road and making a decision to either go left or right. What did it take for you to make that decision? Was it, again, a conversation amongst the people you work with? Is it an intuition like, I'm going to just go left because this is the right way? Dame brought me here. I'm going to stay loyal. If I could go back and change my decision, I will. Two-part question. What really happened in your mind when that happened? How did you feel? And today, if you would have changed your decision, what do you think your career would have looked like today?
Them losing the situation as soon as I got there was like, it was heartbreaking, but it happened so fast, I couldn't even process it. So I didn't even have an emotional reaction because it happened so fast. Like when we first got signed to them, I met all them niggas in London. I got to go to London and experience that crazy shit with them, traveling overseas, and I met Bleak and all of them in just one room backstage at a show in London. Like that alone, I'm like, this is crazy. I think it was my first time in London. Me, Chaz, shout out to Chaz, man, rest in peace, man. Chaz, my guy. We went to London to link up with them, and that was my first experience of being at the Roc overseas in London. Fucking crazy. Then I went to Japan with Dame. Crazy again. So like these things are happening back to back. So I had no time to even feel when it was over. It's like when it was the transition was it was too much happening at once. So when I processed it was way later. So that's one. But it was heartbreaking just to know that. I'm like, damn, I got a taste of it, but I didn't get to put out the music and get the chain and tour with them and the whole thing. I wanted the whole thing. You know what I mean? As a fan. I'm a fan. This Roc-A-Fella in the heydays, bro. Who don't want this shit? It's dream come true. So yeah, that sucked and that hurt. So that's one. But then when they did split, it is like a mom and dad getting divorced. It's like a breakup. Your mom goes here, your dad goes here. This house is no more. Where do you go? And
you could bring that mic closer to you.
Okay.
Right
there.
Yep.
My decision was based in loyalty and keeping it a buck. Dame brought us to the Roc, so we felt it was only right to roll with Dame. There was no other way to look at it. I'm a product of Chaz Williams, Black Hand, nigga. We stand on loyalty, and that's just how that went. So of course, if I went with Jay, like me and Kanye came to the Roc together, and he had the choice to go with Dame or Jay. Dame brought both of us to the Roc, but Jay, he loved Jay. He loved both of them niggas, for real, but he was admired Jay and loved what Jay stood for musically and what he could do for his career. So he went that way. Can't knock him. Look what he did for his career. It took him out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't knock that decision. I'm just saying that decision wasn't for me. I'm loyal to a fault. I've been in situations way too long or way too loyal to certain things, whether it was right or wrong, just because of the principle of the shit. So business-wise, loyalty and business might not go hand in hand. But for who I am and what I stand on, I had to make a loyal decision. And I don't regret it at all, because that's just who I am. And Dame is my nigga. I think Dame is too underrated, and we don't celebrate Dame enough in hip-hop history. So Dame is that nigga business-wise, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
His influence on me was great. I think Dame is amazing. And of course, if I went with Jay, that's fucking Jay-Z, nigga. If you go with Jay, that's Jay.
Right.
Of course you're going to shine more. It's fucking Jay-Z. The biggest
Jay.
icon we have in the culture.
Right.
There's no losing over there. If you get with Jay and you lose, like, it's you, nigga. Like, you did something wrong. A lot of things.
Right.
It's Jay. So of course, if I went that way, I would have been rich, or whatever. But loyalty and how I'm raised and what we stand on, we went with Dame. And no, if I had to do it again, I would have still went with Dame.
I respect
That's who I am.
I respect that. So a lot of things you said there. One, I think let's give Dame his flowers. A lot of spaces he cracks.
Get up for Dame Dash real quick,
Give it up for Dame Dash one time,
my
for
nigga.
sure.
Yeah, facts indeed.
There's some things you said there. Things move so fast that you couldn't really have time, like, to kind of respond to what was going on.
Right.
What is music? Is music a form of therapy for you? Because if you're going through a situation that could be somewhat, traumatizing to some degree, right?
Absolutely.
Was it the music your escape? Was it what helped you cope with that situation since it happened so quickly?
Well, I mean, music is my escape in general all the time. That shit keeps me sane, and I'd be a fucking madman without music. So, yeah, the music is definitely my escape, 110%. That situation, it was in the time, when you're in a moment, you can't realize it's a moment. You're in it. So I didn't feel the effects of it while I was in it. So we just going on to the next thing. We went on with Dame, then we had Def Jam, then it's so much happening back to back. There's no time to feel. I was wondering, do I still get the advance? I still got the money?
Right,
I did still get the money. I'm like, okay, I still got the check. So
right.
I got a check. I was like 70 bands. I'm like, I'm not sad at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
there's no time to feel anything because everything's happening back to back. I think we went to Mix Show Power Summit in Puerto Rico at that time, and I can't remember, man. It was just so much, but everything was back to back. There was no room to feel everything. In hindsight, when you look back, you're like, oh, damn, I didn't get to tour at the Rock. But in the moment, it's happening so fast, you can't feel shit. So, I forgot your question. God damn.
Nah, you're good, bro. And is a reason behind my madness because you have a program you teach in schools.
Oh, yeah, you did ask me that. Okay, wise one. Yes, sir. I have a program that we implement in these New York City schools called Music Therapy. And I just basically give the kids the version of me that I wish I had when I was young. You know what I'm saying? So I come into these schools with my laptop, speakers, microphone, whole gambit, whole setup, and I teach these kids how to make music, how to express themselves creatively, how to shoot video, teach them a little bit about financial literacy, how to count money, how to really embody the culture. But the main purpose of the curriculum is to allow them to express how they feel. It is based in emotional learning. You know what I'm saying? So we really get the true feelings out because the truth comes out in the arts. You know what I mean? So that's the main focus. Besides being creative, doing cool shit, learning how to rap, shooting cool music videos, learning the business, learning financial literacy, and all those things. The main focus is to get you to express how you feel, get that pain out because childhood trauma starts when you're a fucking child. I think it's so important for kids to really have an outlet to express their feelings because they don't know how to. Think about young Black and Spanish kids in the hood. We don't learn how to express positivity. We don't learn that love is cool. We learn that showing love and being vulnerable is a weakness.
Right.
And it's not. It's actually a strength. We don't learn that young. You hide your feelings. You only express anger and frustration. So when I see that in these kids, I know what it looks like because I've been through that. That was me. So when I see them, I know how to pull them closer, bond with them, relate to them, and get them to a place of self-expression where it's positive and they talk about how they feel. Like a lot of the times, these kids, the first time they ever express their true feelings is in these songs. Their parents don't know how they feel, their teachers don't know how they feel, their friends don't know how they feel, their mother, father, principal, nobody. So many times they be like, wow, I never said that out loud before. They get shit off their chest for real. One kid was like, yo, my dad left when I was young, I never learned how to talk to girls. Another kid in the hook, he said the dad left the mother and the stepdad is abusing him. He sang it in the hook. So it's like they saying shit, they getting real pain out, real feelings out. You know what I mean? Number one rule I have in my class, I be like, all ops live. Don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
I know you spinning the block and drilling every other song. And it's mad dead ops, but today it's only 1 o'clock. Did you kill the op today? I don't think so.
Right.
What do you feel? And we get to that. We get to that.
So my question is, knowing your history, done a little bit of homework, right? The passing of your father happened when you was young.
Yeah.
Do you feel like subconsciously you came in this space to kind of speak to that inner child in you? Because I'm not sure if you went through any therapy,
right?
Being able to see that happen, that tragedy in front of you, that's huge.
Right.
How did you cope with that as a child? And was music an outlet then to help you heal with that situation, seeing your father?
That is a really dope question. I love that question because it actually, you spot on. I didn't create the program or the curriculum to do that, but that is what happens. Like these kids, when I bond with them, it's healing for me too. Like we be really in there bonding. Sometimes we don't even make music, we just talk. And we really kick it, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was 16, my dad got murdered across the street from where I was living at by my fucking neighbor. And I didn't know how to process that. To this day, I don't think I processed it, to keep it 100. So the music was my therapy. I didn't go to a therapist and all that. I tried going to therapy this year for the first time, and between me and you, that shit didn't really work. I'm still willing to try it, but I was like,
Why do you feel like it didn't
yet.
work? Hold on. Why though?
I don't know why, but it doesn't feel like it's working yet.
Okay. Is it the 45 minutes first and it's taking too long to like get to where the root is?
Maybe it's the person I picked because I'm so mental and therapeutic on my own that I be therapizing that nigga. He talked to me just as much as I talk to him.
Right.
He be, because I know at first he says it because it's wise to try to relate to a person by explaining some of your pain and frustrations too. But he ended up talking more than me sometimes. I'm like, I gotta pay for the session. Nigga, I'm your therapist right now, my boy. Right. I'm super mental, so you talk to me, it's gonna happen. Like your truth will come out because I'm just a mental ass nigga. But I be learning more about that nigga. He learning about me. Right. And then I be feeling like I'm playing puppet master. Like, tell me more. like I'm controlling this shit right now. So it's like, nigga, you just ain't work up. I'm smarter than you. That's how I feel. Like when I went to school, I was going to school to study medicine, to be a doctor, and I really fell in love with psychology. I should have been a psychologist because I'm mental as fuck, but it always interested me. So I don't know if it worked or not, but it don't feel. I feel like I'm more in control than them in these sessions, right as of right now. So maybe I picked the wrong person. I don't know, but maybe I should be a therapist. Right. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just too mental for these niggas. I can't call it. But the music is definitely more therapeutic than actually speaking to a human as of right now. Not saying that that's the end all be all. Maybe I gotta go to fucking Cuba and try ayahuasca or some shit. I don't know. Right. But as of right now, the music is more therapy to me, and that's so when I come into these schools, I teach that. I tell them that like, yo, this music is therapy. It really is. You know what I mean? Even if you don't want to rap, write your feelings down, and I make them do that. And speaking to the enemy. I guess the enemy gets healed by helping these kids because some of them went through similar trauma. Like one of the kids I saw when I first got to the class, he was mad, standoffish, and quiet. I know that. I know them signs. I know what that means. So another teacher though doesn't understand with him when I tapped in and not from the town might treat that kid like he's too thugged out or he's I can't reach him. No, you can't reach him because you don't understand what he's going through. That kid is angry and he's in pain. He ain't standoffish for fun. So when I identify that, I go bond with that kid. I remember sitting with this one particular kid and telling him, because he didn't really want to talk like that in the beginning, he was chilling, but it's giving off I'm a thug, but now I see pain. Like, I don't see tough, I see hurt, I see the truth. So when I'm talking to him, he was bonding for real. So I was telling him what we talking about right now. I'm like, yo, I use music as therapy. When I was around your age, my dad got murdered in front of me, and I didn't know how to express it, and I used the music to help me as a vehicle to cope with this. And when I said that to him, his eyes like, is that for real? I was like, okay, I struck a chord. I wonder why. He was like, when did that happen to you? I was like, I was probably like 15. He was like, that happened to me too. Ooh. I was like, when? He was like, last week.
Nah.
His father got murdered in front of his house. He was showing me pictures, man. And he said, they took my dad and all I have left is this dog. My dad left me the dog and I love the dog. So it's like, me and him, he was 12 years old, bro. Trying to process this shit. Nobody knew. They just see him tired, acting like thugged out. He ain't thugged out, he fucking hurt. They can't relate to him. So now he like my little homie. When I see him, like I take to him so crazy. We bonded crazy. Yeah. I was like, okay. It was like he didn't really want to rap. I was like, you ain't got to rap, but still write it down. It's therapeutic. So he started writing his feelings down and just talking to me. He said, you got me, we good. So I'm glad they got me. I wish I had a me, but they got a me, so we good. So it's like that.
I want to clap it up for that myself right there. That's a message for real.
Real shit.
Did you think, seeing, when you first started did you always know you wanted to be an artist? All right, like it was that first, because you did go to school.
Right.
All right, but when you started your career, did you think you would end up in this route, in the schools? How does opportunity present itself for you?
Oh, I had no idea I was going to be no educator. Hell no. That shit, I know it was in the cards for me. Because I wasn't planning on that. Even when I was going to school, I was always nice at rap. I didn't know that life was going to take me down this path. Like, I was battle rapping, smoking niggas, killing them. On all over the place, barbershops. This was before Smack DVD and all that was doing it on big stages. Bodying niggas all over the place. But I was still going to school, pursuing medicine. I was studying physical science. I was gonna be a fucking doctor. I was not shopping a demo. This shit came to me. I was winning talent shows and all that. And I was like, oh, this could be reality. It was a dream, but it wasn't a dream that I was actively pursuing in a way that I thought I was gonna be the next thing. It was a dream, but I wouldn't have been going to school if I thought it was gonna happen because I'm the type of nigga. Plan A is plan A. I don't see failure. I don't understand failure. I'm going. So that was more like plan B. I was going to school. If that was plan A, I would have said fuck school, and I've been doing that. That's just how my brain goes. So I saw it as a possibility, but I didn't equate it to reality. You know what I'm saying? Then when it got real, I think Busta Rhymes found me some type of way and sent somebody to my school to get me some kind of way. I don't remember the details. I was young and probably high. And then I started fucking with Busta and trying to balance school and entertainment, and I couldn't. There was no balance. I was falling asleep in class every day. So my third year was just incomplete. It was no F's, it was just incomplete. I couldn't balance it. It was just no hours of sleep or study or none of that shit. So that's how that shit went. Word.
Where was this work ethic taught? Like from what I'm seeing, the theme in your life is the chaos in work, right? Like work. I'm a juggle. I'm an artist in another world. I'm touring and I'm also in schools. Yeah, shout out to Grafh being here. Just to get him here was, I got a music video. I got this. I got that.
Every day.
It's the grind.
Every day. Bro.
Where is this a learned behavior? Is anyone you grew up, whether the missing of your father, was there an uncle that you saw work this hard, or is it your mother? Like where is this?
Definitely my mother. I'm Jamaican, so you know how that should go already.
Caribbean, you're Jamaican food fire. Shout out to all my Jamaicans. Y'all already know I was just in Florida with my people.
Hey, that's what's up. Nah, I definitely learned hard work from my mother, and it's like a double-edged sword with it, because I work hard to achieve what I want. And I also work hard because I'm sure the work is masking pain, and it's my version of therapy because I'm all types of fucked up. But then everybody goes, Grafh goes so hard, he never takes no breaks. And I say that too. I go so hard, I don't take no breaks. But it's like, it sounds good in conversation, but in theory, it's not really good because I don't know how to fucking relax. I don't know how to turn it off. I don't take breaks. If I take a vacation, I'm still working. It's not a vacation from shit. It's just another location for me to get busy at. So I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know how to relax. So it's not, so niggas are like, he goes so hard, he work all the time. Yeah, I can say that, but it's not as positive as it sounds. It just sounds good. I don't know how to chill. I don't know how to not do this. So I do this every day.
So when the pandemic hit, right? I'm just thinking about the time when the world had to stop. Was that a time that you had a moment to reflect on everything you got going on? What happened to Grafh in the pandemic?
During the pandemic, I did more work.
It's crazy.
I was happy as fuck. I said, the clubs are closed. Great. I got to stay home and work all day.
Right.
Nigga, I made 3 albums during the pandemic.
Right.
Back then, I made the album I put out with Benny the Butcher called Stop Calling Art Content. And I think the one that I made with Spetch, I started working on it at the same time. No, Good Energy, because that was during the pandemic. I wrote both of those albums simultaneously during the pandemic. And it was so that I finished the first one, handed it in, we scheduled that, then I was happy to do the second one. As soon as that one came out, I was doing the Project 38 Spetch. I took no breaks during the pandemic. I was busy as fuck. I made a shitload of money. It was great. I was like, shut the road down again. Fuck it. It's wonderful.
Right.
I got hot as fuck during that time because I put in so much work. I put in more work than now then. Then I'm busy now. I was busy then in the crib. I record myself.
Right.
I took no breaks then either. I'm a madman, dog. I'm telling you, like, it's not a game. You know, my niggas, they know. I don't know how to turn it off.
So what do you think when people talk about this balance, right? If this is a system that works for you, is there potentially a different level if you took a moment to find that inner conversation you're probably avoiding? Is there a possibility that if you slow down for 2 seconds, not that you should, album out, shout out to it being number 8 on iTunes when it came out, do your thing, album fire.
Thanks,
you know what I mean? Like cooked up, doing all that. But here's why I asked that question, right? Just to give you a bit about my past, I built a big network marketing company before, right? Over 20,000 people, and it was in travel. And every time I went somewhere, I was just thinking about the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. Now I need the next level. Yo, I'm in India, this is not enough. I need Dubai, et cetera, et cetera. Then, unfortunately, the company is gone.
Right.
Forced to be like, yo, what just happened? You feel me? Like, wait, how did that happen? And today, we're in, this living room you're in right now is the first living room I had a dream in, bro. Right?
Wow.
Left this spot, moved to Jersey, moved to Florida, interviewed the mayor in that same seat to then say, how do I even end up here? But I took the time to say, what do I really want?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Just because you got so much going on with the art you still have.
Right.
Is you being so busy a way to stay away from yourself?
Probably. Maybe. I don't want to deal with this nigga. Nigga's crazy. Nah, it is my therapy. That's one. Two, I mean, one day I might learn how to chill, but as of right now, the world will never know. That's a great question, but I don't know how to answer for that.
Fair enough.
The world may never know because I never took a break.
Okay.
But I'm sure I'm I mean, I'm a work in progress, dog. We all are. So I get more mature by the day, by the week, by the month. Like every month, every week is a new discovery. I'm just a super self-aware person, but it's like, as of right now, I just do what works. I just lost my mom like 2 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm still processing that shit. So it's like, it's just loss, this, that. It's a lot of shit to process. So it's like, there's no rule book for this shit. At least not, I don't believe so. I don't believe it's not cookie cutter. You got to figure out what works for you. So whether healthy or not, it works. I hope it's working.
Right. I mean, you're here and you're doing things, right?
It's kind of like if you break up with somebody, right? They're like, oh, sit there by yourself, take time to heal. Don't go date somebody right away. So people jump into another relationship right away. And that might not be the healthiest thing, but that might be what works. And I'm sure it's better than taking drugs or whatever the fuck you could do to harm yourself that would help you cope. But might not be the best thing, but it works for you, then I can't knock it. You know what I'm saying? Even the therapist was saying that shit. He was like, yeah, you're supposed to sit there and heal, but when he broke up with something, he went to another relationship right away too. So it's like, even therapists who are put here to help us are even more fucked up than us.
For sure.
How they express their pain and resolve it. So all in all, there's no actual rule book. You just got to do what works for you. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, the world may never know.
The world may never know. All right, let me get into the music real quick, all right?
Hey.
If you had an option on the table to say, all right, here's the feature. We got Nas or we got M.
Ooh. Damn, I got to choose between
You
them two
got to
niggas?
choose between them two.
That's a great question. Yikes.
Can you take a drink? I ain't drink, Chad. Yeah.
Choose between, okay.
M.
Choose between, and what year is it now?
Oh, good question. That's a better question.
What year is this? What year is this?
What year?
Today?
Let's say today. Because M just dropped the album. Yeah, let's say today.
I want to do a record with M, bad as a motherfucker. But I was considered and herald the Black Eminem like half my career. So he definitely helped mold my before I say this, let me say what Grafh is a comment. My influences: Jay-Z, Nas, Jadakiss, Prodigy, Royce the 5'9", Eminem. Did I miss a nigga?
He's like, me. How you gonna forget me? I'm right. You gonna forget me, nigga.
So Nas is the reason why I rap in the first place.
Copy.
Nas is the first rapper that I heard describe when he was seen outside of his window in a lyrical way, and it impacted me. It made me want to rap hearing Nas. Eminem made me do the word patterns and all this shit. Eminem and Royce, when I first heard them, I was like, mind blown. Couldn't believe it. And this when they was on college radio. They was far from on. I was like, who are these fucking human beings rapping like this? Blew my fucking mind. So, to answer your question, I may have to go with Nas because he's first in my wheelhouse of influences. But damn, that's a question for your ass though. Do I go M before Nas?
M or Nas or Nas?
I might have to go Nas first because of what it means for me career-wise. Like I wouldn't have been here without listening to Nas. You know what I'm saying? But then M just made me go even further than it just added to the shit. It was just I just took the nuances from all these people and put it in one pot, put it on a slow simmer and bow. So but we're gonna go Nas first, and then we gotta go M. Only because of that reason.
Fair.
Because M is they both my favorite niggas. It's for different reasons though.
I love M.
Me too.
I love M.
Yeah.
Like M was the first artist. Let me tell you this. The first memory of hip hop that I really have is a lot of them, of course, Pops playing Lauryn Hill, you know what I'm saying, recording on a cassette tape was one.
Right.
But writing down, Forgot About Dre with my cousin in the crib, pausing the song, writing the lyric, pausing it, right back.
Oh, okay, that's real.
We wrote the whole lyric down to then remember the verse. Big M fan.
Wow.
Huge
Not
M
mad.
fan.
Not mad. I'm M fan too, but I'm just going on based on just. This is a hard question to answer, my nigga. Like, I don't know why you got to do that.
I mean, this is what we do.
Why you got to do that to me, my friend?
No.
Why you do that to me? But nah, word. So yeah, I'll have to go Nas because of what it meant. But I'm down to do a record with. I'm down to do a record with both of them niggas.
Yo,
Can we get them both on the same track?
Right.
We can do that.
Imagine that. MU and Nas on the same track.
The world would shut down, nigga. The world would collapse. A track like that, I'm coming to compete though. I ain't gonna hold you.
That was my okay.
Sorry.
See, this was my follow-up question. So starting my question to say, collaboratively,
compete. Yeah, it's not gonna be a game.
You out here to spar. So you taking their heads.
You can't get on track with Nas and M and play. I'm not gonna play regardless. Right. If it's a song Dolly, I'm not playing.
Right.
But I'm definitely coming with the war paint on.
Right.
On a song like
Rambo.
That. Yeah.
Right.
Like that's gonna be the shake. That's gonna be the song shaker of the universe.
Facts.
Nigga.
Facts.
So
facts.
yeah, you gotta not only hold your own, but you want to shine on
No,
that.
I hear that.
Sorry.
I hear that. Here's a question I have that I think is important for the artists that are coming up today, right? Because your brand, one, you have your own brand. Let's talk about your own clothing brand before we continue the music, right?
Facts. Clothing brand is called Dope NYC, DXPE NYC, and it's just dope ass and New York streetwear, man. Yeah, get into it. Fuck with us. You'll appreciate it.
When does Grafh say, "Yo, I want to rock my own shit"? Like in the midst of your artistry, going with everything going on, when is the time for them to create your own clothing line? You know what I'm saying?
I created my own clothing line based on just the fact that I know what I created out of the necessity to look different at first. I wanted to wear something nobody had. So the original pieces I made were just for me to wear. And then when I saw the response, I was like, oh, I know what a bag look like. And niggas want to buy this? Oh, I'm a hustler. It will be for sale tonight.
Right.
So that's how the brand created. I was making clothes just to stand out and look different. Like different button-ups, different shirts, T-shirts, hats. I was like, it wasn't even a clothing line at first. It was just an idea for myself. And then I created it as a line, made it obtainable to the public because they wanted it, and I'm gonna sell it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's how that was born. And then, but I wear it all the time. But I mix it with other brands. Like you might see I might wear a Dope Gang T-shirt with a Fendi hat, or a Dope Gang jacket and a Gucci shirt. Like I mix it up with other couture brands, so it's like you understand what I'm doing here. This is upscale streetwear. So that's just where I'm at with it.
That to say, today now, if you were an artist, your history is incredible. But let's say you had the knack to want to start music today, right? If you had a formula or an idea to launch your career today, what would that look like, right? Because back then you needed the major, you needed the cosign, you needed the street buzz, and we're in a digital world today.
Right.
If Grafh had to start today, what would that look like?
Quitting. Nah, if I start today, different game than when I was in it. When I came into this motherfucker, you had to be nice. So it started with being nice first. Now it's not about being nice first. Now content rules, which I hate because it allows you to get creative visually, but it has nothing to do with fucking bars. So it's like now if you hire the best director and editor, you can outshine a nigga that's nice. So content outshines talent in this day and age. So if I was gonna start now, I would focus on the amount of content I make so that I get the most visuals or opportunities to be seen by eyeballs. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that's what I would do. I'll focus on what I'm putting out, how I'm marketing it. But to be seen. But essentially, I would focus on just making dope music. Gotcha. Make dope music. Figure out how to market it after that. But you have to figure out how to market it. You have to put just as much time into marketing as you do in creating the music. But that fucking sucks because as an artist, you don't want to spend time on marketing. You just want to make cool art. But in this day and age, you got to do both. You got to put on your marketing hat, even though you're not a marketing guy, you're not a PR, you're not a manager, you're a fucking creative. But unfortunately, you got to balance. You got to find the fine line that manages both because this is the music business. And the word music is this big, and the word business is this big. So you got to figure out the balance because it ain't just about the music. Unfortunately, that fucking sucks, but it's the truth.
And in closing, bro, because I think that was perfect. Where's the most fulfillment? That conversation with that kid or a person at the concert spitting your lyrics?
Damn, that's a good question. I gotta get my nigga props on that. That was heavy duty. Let me get a second to think about that. The most fulfillment, they both fulfilling, probably equally as fulfilling in different ways. Because the first show I've done in a long time was in London, when I saw the whole crowd singing every word to even album cuts. It's not even singles, and I was blown away. I was on fucking energy's on level 10. That shit meant a lot. I felt very in tune and tapped in with them. We felt like one unit. It's hard to explain. You can't compare that feeling to anything else. So that's one. But then connecting with that kid is fulfilling for myself and for him because I'm helping somebody. I'm connected with somebody. And it is also healing me because he was me. You know what I'm saying? So what's more fulfilling? I don't fucking know. God damn, that's a good question. I think they're equally as fulfilling in different ways. So I can't put one over the other because that kid means just as much as a fan that connects with me because my art is me. It's what I have to say, my self-expression, that's me. So if it connects with you and resonates with you, we're both connecting with two different people, but on two different frequencies, but in the same way. You know what I'm trying to say? So they're equal in some kind of way. They both have equal value, but for different reasons. Word.
Grafh, listen, I know you gotta go. I appreciate you getting here.
Likewise.
God's Timing is out on all platforms. You know what time it is. Follow my man Grafh. Thank you for pulling up in the living room. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another episode of In the Living Room podcast.
In the living room.
Live.
Hey.
Y'all already know.
Bam, 100. Indeed.
Love.
I was dope.
Come on.
He's a great fucking.
Come on,
Hell
B.
yeah.
I'm trying to. This is what I.
Yeah, that was what's up.